They have these big ones, these little ones up here. We could put one, maybe one here by the birthday thing and one here. Let me know. They just found it. We on Red Bone. Somebody. This door open, Charlie? It's open. Must open somehow. He really
Yeah.
You got their handout. So if you need the extra, this is like for Dell and Tech Baker. Wait on yeah, you can do it wherever you go. Khenpo Molam there, prices there. But I just love those ones. Thank you. But it is conscious of all the different deities that he's always touching that different principles. When you speak to new people, that editor, you know, like up to speed now, so that's good too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't carry, we couldn't get. I wasn't sure. Yeah, it wasn't trying to be rude, but
No,
it
you were
was
fine.
unlocked, so. Yeah, so, are you into it?
Yeah, sure.
What's your,
No, not.
Rob, yeah, we usually in the front door. But, yeah, so these are prayer books. You just take one of these and one of these, and then you, that I would do, and I would get yours, and you guys will get questions too. And then we'll probably start doing it. Just check. Yeah. Yeah. Christianity is really not such a good thing. You don't need to buy it.
I'm Rob.
Quite there yet.
Yeah, it's well, here's my left.
We have.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can you hear this? Is this on? Yes, thank you. Okay, we start in page 5 in the buff colored prayer book. With all enemies who hate me, hinderers who harm me, and those who obstruct my liberation and omniscience foremost, may all mother sentient beings equal to space have happiness, be free of suffering, and quickly attain precious, unsurpassed, perfect, complete enlightenment. With all enemies who hate me, hinderers who harm me, and those who obstruct my liberation and omniscience foremost. May all mother sentient beings equal to space have happiness, be free of suffering, and quickly attain precious, unsurpassed, complete enlightenment. With all enemies who hate me, hinderers who harm me, and those who obstruct my liberation and omniscience foremost. May all mother sentient beings equal to space have happiness, be free of suffering, and quickly attain precious, unsurpassed, perfect, complete enlightenment. To this end, I apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue until Buddhahood. I apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue until death. I apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue from today until tomorrow at this time. All sentient beings equal to the ends of space take refuge in the nature of all the bodies, speech, minds, qualities, and activities of those thus gone in the 10 directions and 3 times, the wellspring of the 84,000 heaps of Dharma, the sovereign of all the noble Sanghas, the glorious and holy kind root and lineage gurus. We take refuge in the assembly of deities in the Yirams Mandala. We take refuge in the Buddha Bhagavans. We take refuge in the holy Dharmas. We take refuge in the noble Sanghas. We take refuge in the assembly of Viras, Dakinis, Dharma protectors, and guardians with the wisdom eye. We take refuge in the glorious and holy kind root and lineage gurus. We take refuge in the assembly of deities in the Yirams Mandala. We take refuge in the Buddha Bhagavans. We take refuge in the holy Dharmas. We take refuge in the noble Sanghas. We take refuge in the assembly of Viras, Dakinis, Dharma protectors, and guardians with the wisdom eye. We take refuge in the glorious and holy kind root and lineage gurus. We take refuge in the assembly of deities in the Yirams Mandala. We take refuge in the Buddha Bhagavans. We take refuge in the holy Dharmas. We take refuge in the noble Sanghas. We take refuge in the assembly of Viras, Dakinis, Dharma protectors, and guardians with the wisdom eye. Till I reach the heart of awakening, I take refuge in the Buddhas all. In the Dharma and assembly of Bodhisattvas too I take refuge. Just as all suhattas of the past brought to birth the mind of awakening, and in each and every training of Bodhisattvas step by step did dwell. Just so for the benefit of beings I too bring to birth awakened mind. And in each and every training thus, step by step, I'll train myself like so. Till I reach the heart of awakening, I take refuge in the Buddhas all. In the Dharma and assembly of Bodhisattvas too, I take refuge. Just as all Sugatas of the past brought to birth the mind of awakening. And in each and every training of Bodhisattvas step by step did dwell. Just so for the benefit of beings, I too bring to birth awakened mind. And in each and every training thus, step by step, I'll train myself like so. Till I reach the heart of awakening, I take refuge in the Buddhas all. In the Dharma and assembly of Bodhisattvas too, I take refuge. just as all Sugatas of the past brought to birth a mind of awakening. And in each and every training of Bodhisattvas step by step did dwell. Just so for the benefit of beings, I too bring to birth awakened mind. And in each and every training thus, step by step, I'll train myself like so. In the Buddha, Dharma, and assembly excellent, I take refuge till I come to full awakening. By the merit of my deeds like generosity, may I achieve Buddhahood for beings' benefit. In the Buddha, Dharma, and assembly excellent, I take refuge till I come to full awakening. By the merit of my deeds like generosity, may I achieve Buddhahood for beings' benefit. In the Buddha, Dharma, and assembly excellent, I take refuge till I come to full awakening. By the merit of my deeds like generosity, may I achieve Buddhahood for beings' benefit. May all mother sentient beings equal to space have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free of suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness free of suffering. May they abide in equanimity, free of attachment and aversion to near and far. May all mother sentient beings equal to space have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free of suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness free of suffering. May they abide in equanimity, free of attachment and aversion to near and far. May all mother sentient beings equal to space have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free of suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness free of suffering. May they abide in equanimity, free of attachment and aversion to near and far. By prostrating, offering, and confessing thus, by rejoicing, urging, supplicating too, any little virtue that I have amassed, all I dedicate full awakening. This ground daubed with fragrant water and with flowers strewn is adorned by Meru forelands and by sun and moon. Seeing this to be a Buddha field, I offer it. May all beings experience this utterly pure land. Om Guru Ratna Mandala Pudza Mega Samudra Saparana Samaye Ahom. Now the 37 Bodhisattva practices, the little blue book together. Homage to Lokeshvara. I pay constant homage through my three doors to my supreme teacher and protector Chenrezig, who, while seeing all phenomena lack and going, makes single-minded effort for the good of living beings. Perfect Buddha's source of all well-being and happiness arise from accomplishing the excellent teachings, and this depends on knowing the practices. So I will explain the practices of Bodhisattvas. Having gained this rare ship of freedom and fortune, here think and meditate unwaveringly night and day in order to free yourself and others from the ocean of cyclic existence. This is the practice of Bodhisattvas. Attached to your loved ones, you're stirred up like water. Hating your enemies, you burn like fire. In the darkness of confusion, you forget what to adopt and discard. Give up your homeland. This is the practice of Bodhisattvas. By avoiding bad objects, disturbing emotions gradually decrease. Without distraction, virtuous activities naturally increase. With clarity of mind, conviction in the teachings arises. Cultivate seclusion. This is the practice of Bodhisattvas. Loved ones who have long kept company will part. Wealth created with difficulty will be left behind. Consciousness, the guest, will leave the guest house of the body. Let go of this life. This is the practice of Bodhisattvas. When you keep their company, your three poisons increase. Your activities of hearing, thinking, and meditating decline, and they make you lose your love and compassion. Give up bad friends. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. When you rely on them, your faults come to an end, and your good qualities grow like the waxing moon. Cherish spiritual teachers even more than your own body. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Bound himself in the jail of cyclic existence, what worldly god can give you protection? Therefore, when you seek refuge, take refuge in the three jewels which will not betray you. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. The subduer said, all the unbearable suffering of bad rebirths is the fruit of wrongdoing. Therefore, even at the cost of your own life, never do wrong. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Like dew on the tip of a blade of grass, pleasures of the three worlds last only a while and then vanish. Aspire to the never-changing supreme state of liberation. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. When your mothers who've loved you since time without beginning are suffering, what use is your own happiness? Therefore, to free limitless living beings, develop the altruistic intention. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. All suffering comes from the wish for your own happiness. Perfect Buddhas are born from the thought to help others. Therefore, exchange your own happiness for the suffering of others. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Even if someone, out of strong desire, steals all your wealth or has it stolen, dedicate to him your body, possessions, and all your virtue, past, present, and future. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Even if someone tries to cut off your head when you haven't done the slightest thing wrong, out of compassion, take all his misdeeds upon yourself. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Even if someone broadcasts all kinds of unpleasant remarks about you throughout the 3,000 worlds, in return, with a loving mind, speak of his good qualities. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Though someone may deride and speak bad words about you in a public gathering, looking on him as a spiritual teacher, bow to him with respect. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Even if a person for whom you've cared like your own child regards you as an enemy, cherish him specially like a mother does her child who is stricken with sickness. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. If an equal or inferior person disparages you out of pride, place him as you would your spiritual teacher with respect on the crown of your head. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Though you lack what you need, constantly disparaged, afflicted by dangerous sickness and spirits, without discouragement take on the misdeeds and the pain of all living beings. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Though you become famous and many bow to you, and you gain riches to equal Vaishravanas, see that worldly fortune is without essence and be unconceited. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. While the enemy of your own anger is unsubdued, though they conquer infernal foes, they will only increase. Therefore, with the militia of love and compassion, subdue your own mind. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Sensual pleasures are like salt water. The more you indulge, the more thirst increases. Abandon at once those things which breed clinging attachment. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Whatever appears is your own mind. Your mind from the start was free from fabricated extremes. Understanding this, do not take to mind inherent signs of subject and object. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. When you encounter attractive objects, though they seem beautiful like a rainbow in summer, don't regard them as real and give up attachment. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. All forms of suffering are like a child's death in a dream. Holding illusory appearances to be true makes you weary. Therefore, when you meet with disagreeable circumstances, see them as illusory. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. When those who want enlightenment must give even their body, there's no need to mention external things. Therefore, without hope for return or any fruition, give generously. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Without ethics, you can't accomplish your own well-being, so wanting to accomplish others is laughable. Therefore, without worldly aspirations, safeguard your ethical discipline. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. To bodhisattvas who want a wealth of virtue, those who harm are like a precious treasure. Therefore, towards all, cultivate patience without hostility. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Seeing even hearers and solitary realizers who accomplish only their own good, strive as if to put out a fire on their head. For the sake of all beings, make enthusiastic effort, the source of all good qualities. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. understanding that disturbing emotions are destroyed by special insight with calm abiding. Cultivate concentration which surpasses the four formless absorptions. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Since the five perfections, wisdom cannot bring perfect enlightenment. Along with skillful means, cultivate the wisdom which does not conceive the three spheres as real. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. If you don't examine your own errors, you may look like a practitioner but not act as one. Therefore, always examining your own errors, rid yourself of them. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. If through the influence of disturbing emotions you point out the faults of another bodhisattva, you yourself are diminished. So don't mention the faults of those who have entered the great vehicle. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Reward and respect cause us to quarrel and make hearing, thinking, and meditation decline. For this reason, give up attachment to the households of friends, relations, and benefactors. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Harsh words disturb the minds of others and cause deterioration in a bodhisattva's conduct. Therefore, give up harsh words which are unpleasant to others. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Habitual disturbing emotions are hard to stop through counteractions. Armed with antidotes, the guards of mindfulness and mental alertness destroy disturbing emotions like attachment at once, as soon as they arise. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. In brief, whatever you are doing, ask yourself, what's the state of my mind? With constant mindfulness and mental alertness, accomplish others' good. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. To remove the suffering of limitless beings, understanding the purity of the three spheres, dedicate the virtue for making such effort to enlightenment. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. For all who want to train on the bodhisattva path, I have written the 37 practices of bodhisattvas, following what has been said by the excellent ones on the meaning of the sutras, tantras, and treatises. Though not poetically pleasing to scholars, owing to my poor intelligence and lack of learning, I've relied on the sutras and the words of the excellent, so I think these bodhisattva practices are without error. However, as the great deeds of bodhisattvas are hard to fathom for one of my poor intelligence, I beg the excellent to forgive all faults, such as contradictions and non sequiturs. Through the virtue from this, may all living beings gain the ultimate and conventional altruistic intention, and thereby become like the protector Chenrezig, who dwells in neither extreme, not in the world nor in peace. Okay. Again, anyone who doesn't have one of these little blue books, please feel free to take one as White Lotus's gift to you. It was composed in the either the 12th or the 13th century by this Tibetan monk, Nuklu Togme Zangpo, and many people consider it to be the kind of the Cliff's Notes, the essence of the Dalai Lama's favorite book, Entering the Bodhisattva Path by Shantideva. So it's very valuable. Garchen Rinpoche, our beloved teacher, has had tens of thousands, I believe, of these printed and handed them out, translated into Russian, Ukrainian, Spanish, Hebrew. I mean, you name it, all over. It's very, very useful because you can go around in the day and wherever you kind of get sort of stuck, where you have some sort of difficulty, you can refer to this. It's tremendous. And it has levels of meaning. So very much encourage you when you come across a word that you don't know to go deeper into it. What's the meaning of that? What's the inner meaning of that? What's the secret meaning of that? Again, Garchen Rinpoche has said that the whole Buddhist path can be found in this little book. But of course, we have to read and understand. I'm, struck today looking around at the world is always in a turmoil, right? But at the same time, it strikes me so much that the good people of the world are like chopping at the branches of suffering. Buddhism is unique in that it goes to the root. It's extremely precious teachings. And I was reading some works of a Presbyterian minister from the 1880s. And, you're saying a lot of wonderful things, but at the same time, there was so much sort of cultural accretion or things that were timely in the 1800s that we're not even aware of anymore, issues that the society maybe was dealing with, political or what. And what's remarkable with a Buddhist text is that you can go back 2,000 years and there's this clarity. It's like they've boiled away all of the baloney and speak to you as a human being, directly. So we're exceedingly fortunate that we have this to even grapple with, you might say, or benefit from. It's said that the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha said that when I'm gone, when he passes away into parinirvana, when I'm gone, that I will live in the words, in the letters. So these teachings are just so important. And that's exactly why we brought Khenpo here. It must be 8 years ago now. I'm not even sure. Because there's so many people in our country, genuine, sincerely looking, seeking. And that's an excellent process. But there's a time to seek and there's a time to find. Sometimes we make our identity, and I'm not speaking about anyone here, but it happens that people can make their identity being a seeker. And how much better to be a finder. But to be finding, you have to have confidence and you have to be willing to face your doubts. The great thing in the Buddhist path is that doubts are not discarded. It's not a process of suppression. Just say, I'm not going to think about that. I'm not going to go there. Rather, you go into those doubts. So this triage that they give us, of hearing or reading, hearing the Dharma, you have to learn something like that. You have to be exposed to it in some way. It can be video, it can be listening to someone talk, it can be reading, whatever. But then the next step is analyzing, pondering, contemplating. You have to do that more involvement with your mind, going into it. Is this really true? In this little book, is patience really right in that situation? Why shouldn't I just let that guy have it? And then finally, when you have that kind of more stable confidence, then we meditate. And the word in meditation in Tibetan is gom. It means to grow accustomed to. So it's not just crossing your legs and doing some seemingly artificial exercise, but rather you're growing accustomed to with the understanding that you've built on a conceptual level until it becomes you. We learn the Dharma, then we internalize the Dharma, and finally, we become the Dharma. So this is what's tremendously valuable. It is the path to where you want to go, where we all want to go. One great Zen master, Dogen, said that, this taking refuge in the three jewels of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha is not something that people naturally do, ordinarily do, but in the end, find a refuge of all. Okay, so Khenpo's been teaching now for several weeks on the ground for understanding, the path, and then the fruition of that. And I think we're continuing there today. Is that correct, Khenpo?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm okay. Good. Everybody good. Do you remember last Sunday what we were talking about? And this 1 week, you think about that once or twice, or completely forget?
Khenpo, I have a story.
Well,
I happened to be reading this commentary.
okay, written by?
Yes, written by Minyak Kunzan Sonam. So one of the
Okay.
commentaries on Shantideva's chapter in wisdom. And I found just completely what you were talking about last week, and on the ground, path, and fruition, and on the ground, I mean, there it was. It was amazing. The same thing. So it makes me realize that these teachings are not random. And yeah, the ground, the two truths, talking about that, and then how it was divided up so beautifully, and then the path, the accumulation of merit, the accumulation of wisdom, and then the fruition, the attainment of the formless body of the Buddha and the form body of the Buddha. It's all, the path is so helpful because it's laid out in steps that we can understand and question and dig into, so to speak. So what you said last week about that, ground, two truths, path, accumulation of wisdom and merit, and the fruition, the attainment of the two bodies. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone heard and benefited. But if folks are like me, I tend to forget all these things, and so going through it again and again and again, that's practice, and that helps.
Yeah, that's good. Very good. Yeah. So, in fact, why we every Sunday gathering here, talk, discuss, teach, whatever. The real meaning, we need free from suffering. So not talking about making money here, okay? Not talking about financial systems, how to getting better, but only for thing how we can liberate it from suffering. Everybody knows suffering, right? Nobody loves suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody interested to have suffering. When people hate the suffering, people really, really also suffering, right? So only for that things we every Sunday together here and Tuesday. That's the only reason. So first we need to know these things, and then more interested to study and to practice. So that means you to get close to liberate from suffering. Right? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? If you want to really study about the science, if you want to study about economics, or if you want to study for technologies, so here's not the object of them. Wrong direction. If you really want to get free from suffering, this is right destination.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? Or if you want to become better person or better people and eventually excellent people, so this is right place to come. You believe or not? Huh? So only here we need to do only one thing. What is that? What is that? No need to pay the money. No need to make the donation. Very easy. No need to any sponsor. But only one thing we need to do. What is that? Huh?
Put it into practice.
Be honest.
This is very significant. Well, practice is a very big word. It's difficult. Huh? What is only one thing? So very simple. Only need to change the mindset. That's all. Easy? Huh? So change the mindset means all the time need to take positive. Whatever negative emotion comes, try to throw away in the garbage. That's easy. What is positive thoughts comes, mind is really positive, keep in your treasure boxes. That's easy. Only these two things. So that idea or method, the best idea and best opinion or best perspectives is in the Buddhism to do that. So that is only, I'm not telling you, you have great, really, really knowledge. You are intelligent, huh? Very wise people. You check that's true or not. If you think that is not true, also you can throw that idea. Right? So therefore we need to do only one thing. Change the mindset. Which mindset? All negative thoughts just abandon. All the positive thoughts adopt. Huh? So the only thing here, that things to do, so one thing is very indispensable thing. So what is that? Mindfulness. You need to think again, what are you thinking, what are you doing, what are you talking? That's all. Every single moment. If you can be able to do that, every single moment you're getting better and better. That's for sure. Are you believe or not? If you not believe, don't worry. You just check yourself. Like 2 hours, 3 hours, you do that. How much different in your day? Even your meal is totally different. That is called the cause and the effect. That is called the karma. That is reality. Right? Okay, anyway. So last Sunday we talked about two truths. I mean, this moment we're talking about, they call the classification of path and ground, path, and the fruition. 3 things, right? So last Sunday we done the ground. So the ground, so each of them has 2 things. The ground has 2 truths, right? A path, 2 accumulations, and the fruition, 2 kayas. That's simple. So only those things is we need to practice, study. And 2 of them, we no need to think about that even. When we do the first 2, ground and paths, and the last 2 of them come spontaneously. You understand, right? So therefore, first ground is 2 truths, huh? So last Sunday I mentioned clearly, we need to study 2 truths, right? Relative and absolute. Absolute means real, truth, ultimate, right? So, and then if you really little bit confuse relatives or absolute truth or relative truth, we can make easy to understand. relative truth, and samsara, same meaning. And absolute or ultimate truth, nirvana, same thing. They're easy to keep the mind. Huh? So don't forget any of them. If you forget absolute truth, try to remember nirvana as good enough. Right? So, therefore, I mentioned emphasizedly last week, we need to know the two truths. So that means we need to know the samsaric fall, samsaric fall,
Faults.
yes, falls,
The faults
yes,
of samsara.
samsaric falls,
Yeah.
and the quality of the nirvana, right? Therefore, we need to study. If we don't really study, we don't know. Maybe you can think this samsara is very wonderful. Could be thing. If you get suffering, you have no idea how to get free from suffering. And then many people like that kind of situation die. You understand what I mean? So therefore, we need to study samsaric situation. Okay, if you don't want to say samsaric fall, you think you can say samsaric situation, right? Samsaric situation you have experienced every day. How many times your mind is suffering, unhappy, anxiety, worry, huh? Right? You know that is suffering. So many difficult situations every single day. That is called the suffering. So if we study very well, we can get from those suffering. Right? So therefore we need to know the quality of the nirvana or benefit of nirvana. You understand? If you really want to move better place, right? You understand that place is better than this place.
Right.
So that's why you move.
Right.
Job issues, salaries, conditions, everything. So therefore you really excited to get there. And you just, make more effort to avoid for other places. Right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Huh? Where's your favorite place? Huh? Any other countries? Or here in the US? Huh? Oh, sorry. So see, these are samsaric situations. Yeah, really. Everybody's scared and it's like, I know Florida's too hot, right? Alaska's too cold. Huh? For example, I think so better place San Francisco. But San Francisco too expensive. So everywhere is something really happen. Huh? Right? But better than others. Which one? Huh? But anyway, I think so maybe good thing is Switzerland. Everybody loves summertime with Switzerland. People say the Switzerland. You know Switzerland? Yeah.
A lot of Tibetan refugees in Switzerland. This is his knowledge.
Well, not only Tibetan knowledge is this is everybody say like this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Switzerland is really, really great tourist place.
Yes.
So
Really, really expensive.
Yes.
Expensive,
Very
yes.
expensive. The most.
So that's why I'm telling you, expensive and the more happy they are.
Good beer.
I mean, weather conditions.
Yeah.
Very good. I have been Switzerland once, but unfortunately, it was winter time. A lot of snow, really. But anyway, not necessarily good place. But if somewhere for we can, this is just example. Okay, we can just give the example job. If you want to apply better job, right? And then if you really think, oh, if I apply it to this job, and then if I get this job, better life and a better what is called positions, better surviving things, right? You excited.
Yeah.
The same thing if you really completely understand the benefit of nirvana and the quality of the nirvana, and then you very easy to practice the two paths. You understand? So nirvana is your um, destination, right? And the samsara you come from or go from, right? You know very well the both of situation. So the only thing what you need to get there, you have to have money, you have to have car or airplane. So what is this? So that is you need to practice two paths. That makes sense? Accumulation, two accumulations, accumulation of the merit and accumulation of wisdom. For example, if everybody, I think so, maybe come from, go through or high school, college, and university, right? So you think, I'll give you example. Many people a little bit are difficult to understand the accumulation of the wisdom. I'll give you, for example, easy. You think yourself, where you start the kindergarten school
Kindergarten. Yeah.
and until your graduation of the university, how many years?
Like 16.
Yeah, okay, 16 or 15, whatever.
Yeah.
So you think beginning your knowledge and the ending of your knowledge, how many different things? How many different types you gradually understand? So all those process during of these things, you're getting better and better your knowledge. That is called the accumulation of the merit, wisdom. Right? So that is only for one side. So that moment we not really accumulation of the loving kindness. We didn't accumulate the compassions, and we didn't accumulate the altruistic mind.
Altruistic mind.
So now we time to accumulate it to loving kindness and compassion and the altruistic mind. Make sense? So that is called the accumulation of the wisdom. And we need to study about interdependence. Interdependence is a very, very, very vast and profound subject. So every day we just difficult and trouble and problem, those real meaning lack of interdependence knowledge. You understand? Huh? That's for sure. So in general, interdependence is like sounds like very easy, but we need to reality situation. What is real interdependence? If you completely understand or detail understand about interdependence, you already realize the truth of nature and the reality of the emptiness. That's for sure. The Buddha said, Nagarjuna said, all great masters transcendent bodhisattvas, same message. They already had experience. They already realized that kind of situations and knowledges and realizations. Right? You think maybe you know very, very well about interdependence? Huh? Who knows interdependence very well? Huh? 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 Probably we everybody same thing. I know interdependence because we know the word interdependence.
Right.
Many people say they say I know karma because they knew only word karma.
Right. Right.
So therefore, interdependent. I'm just telling you, interdependent and emptiness exactly same meaning. Exactly. If you understand or if you realize emptiness, you know very well interdependence. If you understand the detail of the interdependence, you realize emptiness. If someone, you can ask many masters around the world. If someone say this is no, Lama Molam is wrong, and you just bring people here, I will give you $1,000 for you. Just for, yeah, really. If then you need to say, if you really understand completely interdependence detail, you don't realize the emptiness. I need to say like that, and then I give you price. Right? $100,000 is a lot of money. I have not really anything now, but I can make money. So therefore, what I'm saying here, interdependence and emptiness is same meaning. If we study, if we practice, not that much difficult. Okay, it's depending our effort. How many times we spend with the interdependence and the emptiness? Only need to think. Just every day you think about interdependence and emptiness, 2 minutes. Very good enough. Very good enough. You have time 2 minutes a day? Huh? Everybody have? Now everybody say yes, yes. But later probably, oh, I was super busy. It's crazy. Even I really cooked and have today lunch or dinner or something. Right now I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. And blah, 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 blah. So many things. But right now everybody says I have 2 minutes time to study, right? That's really good enough for us. Really. And then slowly, slowly, 1 month later, 2 months later, you will notice yourself. Huge difference. Your comprehension. That's for sure. And then you go street, a market, drive, highway, speedway, whatever. So totally different your perspectives. Wider perspectives. And open the mind. And you see the situation clear. And that means you really getting better person. If someone always making the road rage, and then later, 2 months later, you won't be make road rage.
Road rage. He's talking about.
You understand road rage?
Yes.
Huh? Yeah, that means you getting the better person. You really what is called huh?
Yell.
Yell. Not going to go ahead,
Yeah.
right? And the talk style more peaceful and gentle. and attitude is more peaceful, and the reaction is totally different.
Mm.
So that means your knowledge is improving, right? I don't know, maybe. There are really many things that happen. All the great masters, and for example, Malarepas and the Indian masters, they go through that way. Study. His Holiness Dalai Lama always mentions, if you really study only for interdependence, and then you are really, really great high-level practitioner.
Mm.
So if you study more interdependence, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then naturally your kind is improving. Your loving kind is naturally increasing because you have great wisdom. Interdependent means great wisdom, right? For me, like I have problem with my eyes. Every years I change my lens, and I can see the better and better. If I put here double glasses, and then I can see more clear, and then I won't falling down. I won't make mistakes like hand or something, So that similar the wisdom. Every mistakes doing wrong things is by ignorance, lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom, right? So therefore, interdependence is key factor. Okay. Okay, this is meaning. So if someone asks you why you need to study for two truths, right? I need to know samsaric situation and the quality of the nirvana, right? That's all.
Mm.
If you want to move to California, first you need to know around California situations. Similar. And they're very good places, better than Rochester. You're very excited to move there. Same thing. If you think, oh, Rochester is better, I'm no need to move to California, and then you can stay here. The same thing, if you're very happy this samsara, you no need to do anything. The reason, no need to study, no need to practice, just enjoy there. Huh? Right? Nobody push you back. Really. Nobody punish you. Just relax, enjoying samsara, this universe. So that's the reason. Therefore, need to study. A second thing, accumulation merit. So accumulation merit, the merit, word merit, is two different types. This is a little bit hard to understand. One is cause, and other is effect, sometimes. Okay? So now we're talking about accumulation merit means only talking about cause. Okay? And sometimes lack of merit means sometimes talking about effect. You understand? And the effect of the merit and the fortunate or fortune is same meaning. Many people think fortune means without cause and conditions come from sky or come from earth suddenly happens to you. You think that way? Huh? Luckily, people say, luckily happened. Something, I didn't do anything, right? And fortunately, something that to me. The fortunate is effect. You did sometimes good job previous life or earlier this lifetimes or previous life you did good job, therefore happening. And then you can say this is lucky or fortunate, whatever. Reality comes from causes. You understand? So therefore, we very important to accumulate merit. So how we can know the fortunate or merit? Some people all the time is a success. Whatever they do, successful. If they're going to travel around the world, safe, smooth, and sound, everything is perfect. Not any obstacles. That means you did good merit in your previous life. You understand? Huh? Also, all these lives become the rich. You have lots of money for everything's good. That means you did really great accumulated, right? If someone is always lacking, whatever, food, clothing, if you want to make the travel, not enough money, if you want to go to vacation, not enough money, because that means you lack of merit. You believe or not? Huh? Or you not believe?
I just have.
Because you didn't see?
I have complicated questions.
Okay, go ahead. I need
People
really.
with a lot of money who do very not well-intentioned things in this lifetime.
Yeah, of course, that is karma. Of course, everything has their own. That's for sure. Yeah. Okay, what is your complicated question?
Just the whole race of people who are billionaires who are not sharing the abundance and wealth, but
Okay,
feeling the
right,
need to grasp
right.
and hold and protect it.
Right,
I'm very confused
exactly.
about that state of
People,
abundance and then
yeah, I understand.
you know,
People not sharing stingy is cause of the future suffering. People have a lot of money is come from cause of previous life. So you need to separate. So therefore, if you do good things, you have lots of money. So how use is depending your mindset now. In the future, if you have knowledge about cause and effect, you will do more generosity. And the generosity is a cause of the future rich. The Buddha said, really. So now we not really much interested to generosity, to donate, right? So that means next life we want to become rich. So all the richest people, previous life, they did really good at generosity, right? Stingy. So therefore, I'm telling you, we need to study interdependence. And then you know very well where comes stingies, what this makes stingies to you, right? If you know, huh?
the effect of sin.
Yeah. If you know very well stingy will make you poor in next life. You see clearly you won't going to stingy because you don't want to become the poor. You want to become the poor in next life? Huh?
No.
No, right? So therefore you're not going
But I
to.
also think abundance and richness doesn't necessarily mean having a lot. It means having enough when you need it.
This is the real rich, but this is very difficult. So real rich is where you have great satisfaction. That is real rich.
Yeah.
But nobody going to like that things. Everybody need to make money more and more. The same thing, where you don't have much money, You think, if I get money, I will do really generosity. But when you get money, you have more stingy.
Right.
And then you need more make money.
Right. Right.
So totally opposite. When you're going to sleep night, you have many plans and make the decisions and happily sleep. But when you get up, the last night mind already gone. You change,
It's excellent point though,
right?
Rachel. You know.
So same thing. So I always thinking like that. If I have money, I do many benefit things. But today I get, if yesterday I have $50, I have many plans. Or tomorrow I get $100, I will really sponsor for somebody for whatever. And then the next day I get $200, and then I thinking, well, I need $400 yesterday, tomorrow. So that's the situation. So that all these things thoughts come. Why? Because lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom. We think always like good things and sounds like really scholar, knowledgeable, but we do totally opposite. That's the problem of this world. You understand what I mean? Huh? This is not only you and me.
Yeah.
I think so, maybe 99.99 around the world. So that is some sort of problem. I mean, before I mentioned, some sort of problem and some sort of full same meaning.
And that shows the problem. What he's teaching on wisdom, right? Because if you think about it, the Bodhisattva path is the practicing the 5 perfections. The perfection is the wisdom. So if you don't have the perfection, in other words, if you're doing giving but without wisdom, you get this benefit. So you're born a billionaire, but you don't have the wisdom. And so one teacher gave the story of the 3 lifetimes. He says, you do some generosity, next lifetime you're wealthy, but you still have this gross attachment to ego. And so you blow it, basically. Next lifetime you're poor. This is samsara, around and around and around. We think the answer to suffering is getting a whole bunch of money, but that's only a temporary solution. And even there, like Khenpo said, you have $1 billion, you want $1 billion more, because the mindset you have is just like more and more and more is going to work. But once again, too much is just right. I think it's a wonderful question, Khenpo.
Yeah, good question, really. So things here, where we make money every day, right? For what? Where we need to use the money, right? Where we need necessary, and then we use the money. It's similar, we need to know where we every Sunday listen to teaching and the daily life practice the Dharma. The same money. Where we necessarily need, we need to use the Dharma. If your daily life meditation about patience and loving kindness, if somebody you show the attitude and criticize, if you show same thing, your Dharma is no use. Okay, this is most important. Where everybody want Tibet master or India master say, when people really happy and full the stomach, you understand full stomach?
Yeah.
Like great lunch you have, really, like many people love sushi, huh? Or lasagna, American food, or Italy, or great pizza with the mushrooms. And so you really happy, and outside the sunny day, not even windy.
We do.
So temperature's perfect. Everybody looks like God. Really. And the great Dharma practitioner. So that time need to use your Dharma. Everybody very good. When the circumstances come, if there's somebody yelling you, and you just relax, be patient. Oh, welcome. Please yell me more. You criticize me. I'm so happy. That means you're a real Dharma practitioner. And that Dharma helps you a lot. So therefore, benefit for you because people criticize you, so your mind is very relaxed. That is only you how to perceive for other. It's depend your perceive. And you have knowledge, oh, this is object of the really practice. Wonderful, a God. But today I encounter one person criticize me. That is really, really part of my practice. So, okay, go ahead. You test your patience. You have great patience or you have no any patience. So that times we need to practice Dharma. That need to use the Dharma. Right? Okay, 10 minutes over. I'm sorry. Just leave it. This is too much talk. Okay, thank you. 5-10 minutes
Break.
break. And
Tea break.
come back. Tea break. Enjoying tea.
Okay. Speaking of suffering, getting up. Oh. Okay, we'll ring a bell when the tea break is over. Swallow that hot beverage fast. So, Chetson actually was here at the time of the Rwandan genocide was taking place. He was giving a talk at Nazareth, and one of my old friends was running the center. Asked the question, and he was Paul.
No, at Nazareth, I was there.
You did.
I think I was there.
You've done it twice. You may have been there.
But that was around the time I was living in the US and then I was part of the Dharma Center. So I was there.
Wow.
There was a big room with a lot of mats.
Oh, no.
Or,
Yeah, no, yeah, that's different event. That's
Okay.
different
Oh,
event.
okay,
That's
okay.
different event.
oh, okay, yeah.
But one of my friends in the Zen Center was
how much
genocide.
Sure.
And, he went on this kind of,
I can't even make
about wealthy people not and
find some expensive.
You do.
that's so stunning. One side, another side.
Yeah.
Good, bad.
Good, bad.
We have a one
Black and
lifetime
white.
perspective of a materialistic
Yeah.
perspective. Always, never see the other side of that. And therefore, we don't get to actually just have the benefit of what we real happiness. That's hard, but we don't like that.
Well, right now, it's so in our face. It's so rampant around the whole world right now is basically being affected in a negative way by a small percentage of incredibly greedy, powerful, misbehaving individuals, right? And so it's something that sits with me a lot, and it's something I'm trying to resolve.
I mean, we know.
But what do I do with this frustration?
Right.
Because it is so prevalent in the world and it's doing so much harm. And yet it's not something I can touch in any immediate way, but it bothers me.
Just experiencing the first noble truth. Is exactly it. It's like pervasive everywhere suffering. How do we get out of this? And you can't find a way. And that's the miracle. There actually is.
I mean, we don't.
It's very hard. And you can understand why the Buddha hesitated to teach. He said people are just going to use this for greed.
That's
They're
not
wealthy with it. They're going to all this power, all these things. Because that's what samsara is.
And we need materially, we need so little.
Yeah, right.
Enough is all we need.
Right.
And there is enough on this planet for everyone to have enough if people would just have a different mindset.
I know. So it's mine. See, I know that's the
Yeah.
that is it. So the story of one Tibetan Lama who was giving teachings, he stopped in the middle of it and he said, "Okay, you know what? I can take everyone to Vajrasattva's Pure Land right now, who wants to go? And they all said, well, I gotta go home till my husband.
Yeah, I tagged.
I just, after the harvest, I want to give a little money to my kids for the next generation.
Yeah.
Nobody went. Nobody went. That's the situation we're in. And we see it in our own meditation. And my God.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like-
No, it's really hard.
And so people think that the peace is just not going there, not looking at money, because then I won't see all this education. But rather it's not.
It's being able to go there and not
Exactly.
attached to it.
Exactly.
It's being able to go there and see it
Exactly.
and sit with it and let it be
And
so
we
that
let
it
it,
dissipates.
don't
Yeah.
suppress it,
Yeah.
don't fight it,
Yeah.
there's another thought.
Right. But I'm there with, but it bothers me. So I
Yeah.
see it, it's there, but it bothers me. Really,
Oh, you're here.
it's annoying.
But that's a profound suffering. I mean, you're actually, because you feel like that's self-reliant. It's like the mother seeing a child doing stuff. You don't want to do
Yeah, I'm so glad we have here. We are so much.
And one of our practitioners passed away.
Adults are struggling. Everybody.
And it was just for that, when I was after of the guys, 49 days, there was kind of bardo skater and like this limbo state where they're working through things and then for her and then just all, I basically all the
So George
like that. Especially those who might not have that many frames for them type of thing. So usually that's what we've been doing, but sometimes we'll do different practices, sometimes guys like white tower is a practice for healing mentality and some exercise.
I mean,
Right. But they're usually always in some event.
with
Yeah.
life.
So we're gonna be in the we also get,
Yeah,
we only do it in state. And you wanna understand, right, yeah, and so he always said, we take these books home, and it's good even just to look at some of those little pearls of wisdom, like saying somebody is like angry at you, that this is what they get. Getting angry back, just being like, oh, they're a good teacher for me type of thing. So that's why those are good little pearls of wisdom. And I don't know if he has any like text study, study on interdependence. But I mean, I guess I mean, like, what are good sources for that, And the idea is just that emptiness is interdependence. I mean, like, everything we have, even like our water, where did that come from? And our food, how many practitioners are there? How many practitioners are people in general or entities that we created themselves, not me, myself. So it just, I think the interdependence of everything helps us to appreciate that. So, but it's still kind of a kind of a back. So I think yeah, so that's usually what we're talking for like a half an hour, and then we have a little break, and then we do some practice, and then another half hour. And then Frank is very knowledgeable too, which is like, your money is right, runs monopoly money. And they're very knowledgeable. Money is.
Oh, yeah.
was talking to my son, he's got me doing a TV show, Salt Lake, which is good. And I said, oh, what was so we watched a couple of episodes of this. And hopefully it takes the time. But we were trying to, you know, and I said, I was so and it's
Yeah, one resident. And that is more.
no, 35 years ago. And I said, like this yesterday.
Like I said, 87. I can still picture myself going, but I wish
Yeah, and we had just, we're just prayers today, and there's a little bit about meditation and just trying to let go of this world and, you know, free. So, I mean, that's my, good for you to go. We do it more under I don't often practice. I think I don't mind going to go there and I was practicing so I got it like dabbling in that. So that's what I could do.
Yeah, and I live on the bank.
Yeah, and we all meditate, but then we don't meditate.
I mean, it's a funny, yeah, I mean, I'm walking.
We do it more on our meditate.
As especially as a small woman.
I do.
Well, a little bit.
Trying to get rid of the mind where there's the thoughts and I can follow my phrase or my breath and I think that is similar to that where there's just basic
No.
you know, so they both, we all have meditations and our practices. It's just I think we have more prayers and digging, visualization, things like that. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, it's a long time. Yeah, right. All represents the body. All these people. So bodies obviously. The mind. More of all
Yeah, and you know, there's a center, I'm actually gonna do like
back here.
It's spring water. It's actually a meditation center, but pretty much there'll be a few teachings and then
Ever been out there?
Yes, I have.
but it's nice, it's like within an hour. And it's nice to have some Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, so sometimes it's where you don't get to take a day or something off. Even the Friday starts at like 4, so it's good. But if friends will be upset, so I think if you go to the Zen Center, there's one that's all in Maine, it's like 10 hours away. And the main thing is that I can meditate there. And they're not gonna take you so much, and I'm not taking that.
That's long.
It's called the spring water, but a friend told me about it, because I'm gonna try it.
So body.
To me, that, to me, that's, it's
Represents.
4-day retreat, I don't take that much time off work, and still,
Bodhisattva.
no, and I haven't done, I've only done like maybe 2 or 3 days silencing. So I haven't done it for like longer. So it's easier in town, so when you're with all these people, you don't really know anything. Right, yeah. And you know, I know as I've been doing deals together, I think I think there are some dialogues where you're dialoguing with the teacher, they're asking questions, you know, you're next. And all, they're gonna ask, Andy, if you're not, yeah, I've got. Because that's pretty distracting.
It is, although I think
then 10 days is joyful.
Yeah, right, yeah, you wouldn't want to spiritual to all be in silence, because then you never meet anybody, you don't create it. But there, you're doing it more to go within and meditate.
So this is the,
Not necessarily, but in a spiritual thing like this, you definitely want to talk, you wouldn't want to.
usually the offerings are even just done
With anybody, and ask questions.
because people are
All that
saving
kind
a
of
lot.
thing.
You know, I read a check. in the hospital.
My husband's been there. Okay, that's. So I'm not.
I have a little bit of stinginess.
Okay.
When it gets it.
I work at a big.
So this, with water, the other thing I want to say.
And
practice giving
it's
from your hand.
it's good because we have a lot of different practitioners, different therapies.
So you get the habit of giving.
You know, I do more spine
You get it
care
in retail
and
versus
orthopedics,
giving.
some do MS,
People that are giving. Highest
care for like cancer and different.
So it's all very.
We have a good variety of therapies
Practice
there.
orientation.
I did a little dabbling in the school
This-
where I worked in the city school for
Yeah,
like
this
half
one
a year.
is
And then I went to
A Buddha
I
thing.
didn't have enough training with all the kids, and if you don't do enough training,
They have,
totally different world.
they have,
Behavior, and you gotta understand it all, how to work with kids and make it fun and all that, years, and I didn't have, that wasn't my background, I worked with adults my whole career, I liked kids, but so I went there for like
But
a
then
year.
they also have this
and I
vast
just realized
tradition
you're
that
not
says
getting
that
started,
we
not
actually have
enough
Buddha nature
into
right now.
that field to really, you know.
It's actually not false.
Yeah, and so, but I learned to work with kids, because, yeah, it's challenging, yeah, there's a lot of politics, and it's like, right, yeah.
And God.
Yeah, it's good to,
This is where you get
yeah, it's good to counteract that, you know, we all threaten with it or little, but,
And then
yeah, but they, you know, it's the kids and the politics and the whole thing. So, yeah, it's good to your perspective.
Lots, it's loaded.
Probably already kind of back.
Well, we did jump start. I worked at Rochester.
Oh, yeah, peacock feathers. It's because the eyes. It's a simple business. And so they actually use it in various purifications. They'll put substances there.
Yeah, right, getting your, yeah, it's good during the summer when you have.
I know, it's so loaded with symbolism that it's just.
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah, the pot is, the treasure base. They collect all sorts of medicinal things from the traditional.
yeah, it's good to be aware of. Right. And so it's, yeah, it's good to have some pressure, something to motivate you and stuff like that. Because it can be something, it can be, I mean, I'm retired, I know when I come home from work, I see a lot of people, and it is challenging.
So we have.
Yeah, I usually try to do my yoga meditation in the morning, but I know at the end of the
Keep the
day,
rent down.
I do a little bit more of that, but I don't want that to be my main.
Yeah, I know, it's overwhelming.
Yeah,
It's
and
simple.
then you're just like-
It was kind of funny because when I was, practicing Zen,
How you do
the
it?
altar was so simple. It was just like
Thank you for your
a Buddha
teaching.
figure
I
and
like your book.
one little incense box, one little box. And we went to Japan. We were going to Zen temple there. It looks like this. But for Americans, you know, they're more accessible. You don't have to be
So now they'll probably.
even the flowers, you know, there's one bud, it's like a little bit
Usually just come on.
this and
There's different
feel the consciousness of
Khenpo, what practice do you want us to have?
Low life.
The
but
Checks there.
What-
I think so. Their longevity mantras, recitation,
Okay.
and dedication. Give me one.
Thank you.
Actually, maybe it's coming.
So this Amitayos practice we're going to do this morning. Amitayos means infinite life. It's a long life practice. The Buddha of infinite light, Amitabha, and Amitayos are the same major figures of devotion in China and Japan and Korea, but in Tibet too. And the head of our lineage on the upper pictures there, the one on the far right, man on the left, Chetsung Rinpoche is still in Tibet. The man on the right, Chetsang Rinpoche, is started a 3-year retreat in India. And it's his second 3-year retreat, actually, but he's built up so much. Some people say he's like the Dalai Lama's favorite head of the various lineages because he does very similar kind of work as far as reestablishing Tibetan cultural traditions and religious traditions in India in a refugee status. He's been here to Rochester, I think, 3 times totally, but nonetheless, he started a retreat. So we're doing 4 months of Amitayos mantra, long life mantra, is kind of in support of his retreat. And that's what's going on.
Okay. Everybody, this one? Okay. Once Tibet and English. Jigten Dembe Zowo Zebami Tumen Jewa Malun Jomzerbar Gome Dongara Chorwa Namjeja Sanje Zeba Mela Champa. English.
Amitayus, foremost guide of this world, glorious subduer of all untimely death, refuge for helpless suffering beings, I prostrate to Buddha, boundless life.
Right, this everybody knows, right? Man meaning.
Yeah.
For what? Mainly we need to know this for recitation mantra is all the obstacles go away. So many people die, how to say, untimely.
Untimely death.
Because they're not really time, exactly lifetimes not finish it.
Mm-hmm.
But between so many obstacles, they just let die. For example, many like people, disaster things come, young people without any sick, and someone is fire damage, hurricanes, even the storms kill the people a lot nowadays. You understand? Electronics kill the people a lot. Car and so many different things they are cause of the death. So many people, a number of the people, uncountable number die by
Untimely death.
So therefore, for these, if somebody really bad obstacles coming or encounter, and therefore those go away all the obstacles, stay long life until you karmically death come. Everybody has the deadline one day.
Deadline.
That's for sure. So that time, if you 100,000 billion or million people reside together, cannot do only 1 second. Cannot do. That's for sure. Right? So real Buddha says death is not really scary thing. But problem is very scary thing is birth. So we do happy birthday, right? Everybody. But Buddha thinks opposite. A very dangerous thing is birth. If you take the birth, definitely you will going to die. So this is logic. So then what we need to make is, we need to make rebirth. And then we're done. So that is a pure land. We can make that. Shakyamuni already made. Malareba already made. Many of the great masters already made. Right? So think that way. No need to scare death. Scared is birth. Right? Only things, everybody is very excited. But reality is, one year already you're gone. Actually, we need to really, really sad. 1 year gone and then you're happy. 12 months already gone, you're happy. Right? Finished my life, 12 months already. I'm so happy today. Huh? That means reality. Yes or no? But we not think. So we only think today's feeling. Today, like cake, many people come and very enjoy. We think only that way. What happened? We not really think that. But real we can make if we really good at enough knowledge. I mentioned interdependence. People not scared to die. People very happy. Looks like change the clothings. If you have 20 years jacket, if you get new jacket, you're very excited. The old jacket throw away, and new jacket wear, and the more you dignify, and people looking you, oh, you are so wonderful, beautiful. It's same thing. You change your physical. Mental is never change. Same thing. Happily. So therefore, many of the great masters, when they die, happily, and more really, really beautiful for face. Someone, I don't know English word, after die, they meditate at least 1 week, 3 days. The brain, it doesn't work. Scientists fake. They prove. But still remain the body and face is more beautiful color. Many people see this looks like really can't talk. That is in Tibet called the Tugdam. Tugdam means mind meditation. If the mind, not mind meditation, and the body after die, right? Nobody can stay after die. Yeah, so many things. Just leave it that. But real enjoying practice and be happy. Take positive. Change the mindset, and then your life is very happy. You understand what I mean? Okay, recitation right now.
Right.
Om Amarane Deveda Yeso. 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 Deveda Yeso. Om Amarane 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 Deveda Yeso. Amarane Deveda Yeso. Om 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 Amarane Deveda Yeso.
Om Marade Jeveda Yeso. Om Marade Jeveda Yeso. Om Marade Jeveda Yeso. Om Marade Jeveda Yeso. Om Marade Jeveda Yeso. Om Marade Jeveda Yeso. Om Marade Jeveda Yeso. Gewa Diye Nyoda Seba Mekwa Drobjara Drowa Jejam Malo Diye Salanko Basho.
By this virtue may I swiftly accomplish the protector Amitayus and establish all beings without exception in his state.
Okay, now 34.
Page 34 in the buff-colored prayer book.
Today, one of the our Sangha, many of you know Jobi, the last day, the 49th day,
It's the last
Yeah.
day today.
right?
Yeah.
So today we need to dedicate little details. I mean, used to we do the 3 times. Today need to do 5 times. I think today, according to Buddhism or Buddhist perspectives, today, the last day of the Pardo. Pardo means not taking any birth, any of 6 rounds, right? Not taking birth in 3 rounds, not even taking birth lower rounds.
It's between birth, period.
Between, they just stay there. So therefore, during of the birth of 49 days, the relatives, friends, or supporters, or Sangha members, or anyone wish or making prayers, a lot helps. So therefore, sometimes like families in Tibet and India, when people die, family member, they do 49 days, really pray a lot of big puja. They first go to a monastery, and they sponsor for every week for monks, like at least they invited 4 monks every weekend. And they do the big ritual things, like 35 Buddha's ritual, and Buddha Amitabha's ritual, and Vajrasattva's rituals, and so many big tantric rituals to do that, and offering for food, and offering for money, and the monastery there every week or last day also, like 100,000, whatever the monastery have monks, as monk, they do offering for money, food, lunch, dinner, or whatever they do. And their butter lamb, like 100,000. Nowadays, even nowadays more, they do offering the butter lambs. They in Tibet, they do pure butter. The yak butter, everybody knows yak. Yak is very popular around the world.
Right.
If you really want to see, you should go to Colorado. Yeah, there's some no matter. I saw recently just in Colorado. So I think so maybe 800 yards there.
Right.
People taking care.
Yeah.
Nomadic already there. So yak butter. Actually, yak is male.
Right.
The young female is called the D, but whatever, right? And the young butters melt, and they're offering butter lamb. They call the butter lamb. So why the people need to offering offer to Buddha Dharma and for dead people? Because The butter lamp is symbolize the wisdom,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So in the Pardo, all the time, every time, it's darkness. So if we offering butter lamps, and then Pardo animals or Pardo beings can see around their environment. And then if they can see more killer, they're invited, and then they have less suffering. The reason and logic that.
Mhm.
You understand?
Mhm.
Also, and the people alive or supporters or great accumulation merit actually these things.
Mhm.
Huh? So therefore, Jobi is one of the White Lotus Sangha. We have responsibility to do something for her, pray. Of course, we every Sunday we chant, right? Our Sangha, all Mother Sentient beings. What do you want? May you have all Mother Sentient beings to be happiness and the cause of happiness.
Mhm.
This is true, right? We're saying truth, right? So therefore, we have more responsibility to pray and to have for others. If we took one's Bodhisattva's vows, and there we have more responsibility. Bodhisattva means I will take care of all sentient beings. Okay? So therefore, today, last day, and then today, that means she will take birth in any beings. Maybe human life, maybe God, huh?
Mhm.
Maybe demon God,
Mhm.
maybe honey cows, maybe hellworms, or maybe animals. It's depending on hard karma. You understand? So if we make more support for prayer and wish, that very strong, like last day prayer or during of the part of prayer and puja is very, very strong and powerful.
Mhm.
Okay, so thank you. And one is Tibet, and five, no, 4 times in English.
Okay.
Make good wish, and she will take rebirth, pure land. Okay, Buddha Amitabha place, heaven place, huh?
Mhm.
And God Ram,
God, Rome, Pure Land.
whatever non-suffering place. That's we need. Thank you.
Imaho no
Andra
shor
Sanje
sanje namanda
Namanda
ye dong yesu jo tuje jenpo nam yondo samba tu chantom nam la sanje jangsem pagme kujing Ning hi no shor mangu me po yin e wa chen je cha wei jing kam ne ne zen po ju ma tak te wa jen yi par ma chu pa ru ne ru ne lang de jan tu Shok denge dangi olam tambani. Janje sanje jangsem tamche. Ying eng men drama jinje lam tuzo. Tayandam hansadriya Buddha naye so. Emaho. In the center is the marvelous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, Chenrezig. And on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. They are surrounded by a retinue of limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure land of Dewa Chen. When I and all beings pass from this present life, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirth. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face by the power and blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. May I attain this aspiration without hindrance. Tayata Om Pansadriya Awa Bodhanaye Soha. Emaho. In the center is the marvelous Buddha Amitabha, boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, Chenrezig. And on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. They are surrounded by a retinue of limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure land of Dewa Chen. When I and all beings pass from this present life, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirth. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power and blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, may I attain this aspiration without hindrance. Tayata Om Pansadriya Awa Bodhanaye Soha. Emaho. In the center is the marvelous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, Chenrezig. And on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. They are surrounded by a retinue of limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure land of Dewa Chen. When I and all beings pass from this present life, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirth. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power and blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, may I attain this aspiration without hindrance. Tayata Om Pansadriya Awa Bodhanaye Soha. Emaho. In the center is the marvelous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, Chenrezig. And on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. They are surrounded by a retinue of limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure land of Dewa Chen. When I and all beings pass from this present life, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirth. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power and blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, may I attain this aspiration without hindrance. Tayata Om Pansadriya Awa Bodhanaye Soha. Page 32. Om Mani Me Om Ri. 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 Yevane Nudunak Chenrezig Wang Drub Jurjing Drawajing Yang Maluma Neye Salah Gomorsu. Okay, thank you, Khenpo.
Okay, thank you, everybody. See you today.
Sunday, today's Sunday.
Right, Sunday. That's right. You are right. I forgot already. Yes, today is 27.
31.
Or 31. Yeah, that's right. Aging.
Aging.
Yeah, we need to accept that, really. That's most important. If we don't accept reality, and the more suffering. If we accept willingly, less suffering. Right? Since we born, aging's already start. Aging means change. Changing. Right? If you have picture, since your childhood, you look picture. But every day we didn't really notice.
Right.
Every day we look in mirror. It's same thing. Yesterday same, today same, tomorrow of course same, right? But anyway, thank you. Yeah, 31 and next Sunday, September 5th, something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see you Sunday. Thank you.
We're having math class here,
Teacher.
and I will learn from you. I don't want to test on my.
You have great method.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a teacher.
Okay, a few announcements. This Tuesday is Vajrakeelaya practice. It'll be our last practice before Abu arrives on Friday. And then we probably won't have it the following week because retreat starts on Wednesday. And we have a lot of preparation to do once he arrives. So come today. I mean, this Tuesday if you can. And then today, we actually need some help with a few things right after here. So anybody who can stay and help, especially a couple strong guys. I mean, women also, if you're strong and like to move thrones and things like that, would be welcome. And then the last thing is I wanted to remind people about membership. There are lots of new people here today. We don't require membership for any of our programs, Sunday either. But of course, any donations and memberships that do happen are how we support the Dharma Center, how we pay our bills, and we're here for anybody who wants to take part in our activities. So there is some information about membership itself on the board. We encourage, if you're, checking out Buddhist centers and stuff like that, please just make sure you come. Don't worry about it. But I just wanted, sometimes we forget to even let people know that there is such a thing as membership. And so anyway, that's it. Have a good week. And if you can join us in the retreat that starts on the 10th to the 14th. It's all on our website. Okay. So take a look. Yeah, for those of you who might be joining over what we used to say would be Zoom, it's now going to be on our live stream YouTube channel. So there'll be information coming out about the actual link. And there'll probably be a notice on the Zoom link there, right? Yeah. So watch for that. Okay. All right. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good extra, especially it's important. Yeah. I want to just relax it. I know you maybe. Okay. Yeah. Nice.